Greetings, true believers. This is IGN's live coverage of San Diego Comic-Con, and one of the biggest parts of the show is finally here, Marvel Studios' epic Hall H panel. Now, we can't stream the panel. That's against the rules, but we can do you the next best thing, which is bring you up-to-the-second updates from what is happening in Hall H on stage, moment to moment, and right now I can tell you they're running late. So, here to help me break down some of the announcements, what's going to come along the way, and also just speculate about the state of the MCU, Earth's mightiest panels of commentators. We got Tom Jorgensen, Kim Horcher, and Clint.
Hi.
Hi. I got your last name just because I'm...
Gage.
It's Gage. It's doing great. Yeah, so this is an exciting time. I feel like Marvel's kind of been on the back foot. We got the Doomsday trailer, and I think that definitely did get people a little bit excited.
Yes. After multiple Doomsday trailers that really felt like kind of just random assortment of shots, this one that we got a few days ago really got people excited in a way I haven't seen yet for Doomsday.
They have to. It's time to make them excited for Doomsday. This is the moment where we are probably going to see the most we're going to see for a while on Doomsday.
Literally why we're here, right?
Literally
and those first couple vignettes that they put out around Avatar, they were, what would the Russos say, they were clues, not stories or whatever. So actually getting something substantive this week was, it's back on.
The big kind of elephant in the room is X-Men. We're finally getting them in the MCU properly. Let's take a look at it. Basically, everything that we know is coming down the pipe, along with some of the things we've kind of speculating about. Right now, we are getting new episodes of X-Men 97, which is great. I love it. I'm happy about that. In just basically a week, we're getting Spider-Man Brand New Day, which, again, is probably going to have some connection to this. It seems like they're probably going to set something up. Do we think it is going to be really kind of teeing this off? Do we think there's going to be anything with Doom, or is it...
Doom seems really unlikely for Brand New Day. I think that Spider-Man movies traditionally, they're either very close to an Avengers movie, usually on the back half. We've never really had one that leads into an Avengers movie. So I'm curious, but I think they'll probably be a little removed. And we probably should have said off the top, we have people in Hall H ready to feed us back updates as soon as they come in. We're so excited to hear, when the thing is starting. But Brand New Day, I think that it's going to mainly do its own thing. I've actually seen the first 20-ish minutes of the movie. I got to go to a footage preview. There are not a lot of wider universe connections, at least in the first 20 minutes.
Well, Tom Holland has said that the final frame of the movie will show us what the title really means, what that Brand New Day is.
Is there any way?
Is it Tuesday?
We're live right now.
Is it something
It's just
else?
going to be
It's always Tuesday, Matt.
It's just going to be a shot of sunrise. That's it.
Well, I've heard people say this is the Spider-Man that we've been waiting for. Now that is, open to interpretation. I think of course they're not going to put it in the first 20 minutes, Tom, and you're forgetting something very key, which is the famous Marvel end of the movie mid-credit scene.
Do these things have post-credit scenes?
Have you heard of it?
No. Should I stick around for the end of the credits of these things?
No, the big one that we've been talking about a lot is Sadie Sink,
Yes.
who is playing a mysterious character in Brand New Day. We have a report that she's been spotted here. So she's probably going to walk out on stage, and maybe we find out who she is. Maybe. Do you think?
I think we find out who she is if we find out who the other X-Men cast are. If we do not, I said other, who could she be? What a mystery. She's probably Carnage. But,
I'm here for that.
That'd be kind of sick, actually.
Good idea of what she is.
Yes.
And we've had a good idea for a while.
She's the new Wolverine.
Yeah.
Should one of us say Jean Grey? We made a handful of
We think she's Jean Grey, and my reason for hesitating there is, again, because Spider-Man is, there's the sort of Sony Marvel joint custody thing. Spider-Man spends weekend at Sony's house or whatever. I feel like they would maybe save the big X-Men reveal for a Marvel, like a proper Marvel movie. Not that Spider-Man's not the most Marvel, but again, outside of Sony's jurisdiction. Clint, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it seemed there is a lot of sort of inside baseball, Hollywood shenanigans happening with Spider-Man and Marvel and Sony and all of this stuff. They play real nice together, for the most part, as far as those things go. But it would be strange to introduce the X-Men proper in a property that they're sharing with Sony. You know, and so, Tom, to your point, like the fact that the Spider-Man movies that we've gotten have come as sort of a coda to each sort of phase. Like he shows up after the Avengers movie to sort of reset things and recalibrate and sort of look at the emotional stakes of what just happened through this character that we all love. So it is going to be interesting to see him leading into an Avengers movie. It would be unusual to see a Spider-Man movie that doesn't just deal with Spider-Man and his stuff. You know, that like if Spider-Man gets the Iron Man 2 treatment a little bit here, that'll be surprising.
I mean, saying it's the titular Brand New Day is the final frame, and the next big tentpole thing is in fact Doomsday.
Get it?
That's some good brand synergy there. That could make sense. It is funny. I got an update here. The audience in Hall H was briefly chanting. They're chanting Doom. They're chanting Doom, 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 Doom. So. Yeah, I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're talking about X-Men here, but maybe that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so we do that. Denzel Washington has been spotted around San Diego. Is that?
He has.
That's interesting.
That's the interesting rumor.
Especially considering he said at one point during an interview that he was involved in Black Panther III. He said that. So it's a pretty safe bet. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that is one of the safest bets we can make is Black Panther 3 announcement, Denzel Washington in it. Who does he play?
That's the question.
That's the question.
And yeah, Winston Duke has also been spotted around San Diego. So like this is, obviously there's going to be people there to talk about movies they're confirmed to be in. But it's, and there's a very long list or a long row of director's chairs of people who are in this movie.
That's what I'm really rooting for is the curtains to part and it's the director's
Yes.
chairs.
Yes.
Just
the
The real
famous
star
chairs.
of the Avengers marketing.
Now, before we're getting Doomsday, we're also getting Vision Quest, which I feel like is, I hope we get something about that because that seems like it's been kind of just off to the side. Presumably this is the follow-up to WandaVision that shows what's happening. It's going to be focused on Vision and Ultron. It's also going to have Paladin, who's a bounty hunter. It's going to have Speed, who's the reincarnated Tommy Maximoff. It's going to have Raza, who's the leader of the Ten Rings. And then it's basically got every single AI that Tony Stark has ever invented. And we know this from casting and voices that are attached to it. But
And WandaVision remains arguably the best received MCU series, and it makes a lot of sense that even still, I'm sure Marvel is kind of rethinking their TV strategy a little bit. There's been a little bit of mixed reaction to how some of these TV shows have played out, but I do think that everyone kind of agrees WandaVision rocks, and I think it's exciting that we're going to get another taste of that kind of storytelling.
It was there's WandaVision and probably Loki, kind of 1 and 1A.
Yes.
But the way that WandaVision ended set up this further.
all right, I have an update.
Vision.
Herbie is on stage.
Cool.
Herbie's
Thank
just
you.
rolling around
Good.
on his own.
Thank God.
That's
He's
we
here.
can- he's laughing.
We can all relax.
Okay, Herbie,
Maniacally?
that's great. I really wish I could see this. Okay, Herbie waves to us with a hello in Herbie squeak.
So,
The Hall H updates you wanted are here.
Yeah.
I
We got it.
I hope they get more exciting. I think they will. They're obviously kicking it
It's
off.
just gonna be Herbie.
Yeah. So he looks like he did in the Fantastic Four movie. So it's not like a redesign for some reason.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's it. We did also just get Fantastic Four. Obviously that's what set up Doom. The thing that kind of bugs me about how they're doing Doomsday is that with Thanos, we got a lot of buildup. That's part of the reason that Infinity War and Endgame were so powerful was this slow plotting approach where it's like you go see a Marvel movie and you're like, what? Thanos shows up for half a second and these little kind of like he's coming. And Doom, we see we got a glimpse of him in Fantastic Four, and then he's in the next movie basically, practically. So
Yeah, and the behind-the-scenes story of that is he was a pivot, right? So they haven't had a lot of time to set him up, and you look at bringing in Robert Downey Jr. to make a splash and get everybody excited about it in that way has worked, So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him and what the stakes of this thing are and how they can pull it off.
Yeah.
another update: a Doctor Doom mask and cape has been handed out to all attendees at the Marvel Studios panel, which. That's kind of a cool, callback to last year. That was just last year, right?
that was
2
2
years
years
ago.
ago.
2 years ago. I don't know what I did with that extra year, but yeah, no, we had Robert Downey Jr. come out and just, unmask himself, and we had the other Dooms up there. I feel like they're going to kind of recreate that, but with a whole.
Yeah.
room
Well, if
full of
there's
people.
another actor who does that, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, that's the fun part about the Hall H for Marvel every year is like, and I remember sitting here last year or 2 years ago. Sorry, I lost the year.
That year is gone.
Sitting here 2 years ago and listening to all the things that they were announcing, all the things they were talking about, and sitting here thinking like, this isn't the thing yet. Like they haven't gotten to the big thing. They're gonna do a big thing, and then Robert Downey Jr. comes out and be like, see, there's the big thing. So just sitting here wondering what the big thing is going to be this year is kind of the excitement.
With the amount of stuff that we've already seen that's in Doomsday, I'm hoping that they're keeping some of the stuff hidden, and I assume they are. They're not going to just show their entire hand. It's like that's. But they obviously they're walking that fine line of like, how do you get people excited but also kind of save some surprises?
Yeah, they can only do so much with the where this Comic-Con is falling, with Spider-Man coming out next week, with Doomsday, right there on the horizon. It's going to be interesting to see what they can, which brings back to X-Men. So
we got Doomsday. That's December 18th, and then between that and Secret Wars, there's also Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the second season of that, Daredevil season 3, and Wonder Man season 2. And then, I think that Marvel is hopefully learning its lesson, I think, from spreading itself too thin across too many shows. And I wouldn't be surprised if these have little tidbits of things setting up what the next thing is, but I don't think they're going to be quite as integral. Like, I don't think it's going to be quite as much required reading, and I think that they're really leaning heavier on like the movies being the thing you need to follow if you want to follow this. But yeah, the Secret Wars is coming on December 17th, 2027. And then from that point forward, we've got some cool mystery boxes. Disney announces its release windows ahead of time. And there's Untitled Movie Number 1, which is coming on July 28th, 2028, previously February 18th. There was originally a November 2028 movie that was removed from the calendar. They shuffle these things around, and we don't know what any of them are.
They're just planting flags.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. They're calling dibs on the movie theater.
They're saying don't do another release at this time.
Don't put out any more Dune movies while we're doing this.
Please do not pre-sell IMAX tickets for the whatever you're putting out that day.
Well, I expect we're going to get logos and maybe 2028 slate today.
I wouldn't be surprised. Worth noting, May 2nd, 2028 will be the MCU's 20th anniversary. That is the release date of Iron Man, and I'm sorry with how old that makes us all feel.
Let's take a moment of silence for that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And really looking ahead, there's Untitled Marvel Movie Number 2, which is on May 4th. May the 4th be X-Men. 2029.
Yeah.
And then Marvel Movie 3 is July 13th, 2029. So they can put anything in there. They can put whatever they want in there. And I mean, what do you each think is the most likely one we're going to see next? What is the next mystery movie?
Black Panther 3, Fantastic Four 2, too many numbers. Maybe Shang-Chi 2?
Interesting.
Yeah, Black Panther 3 and Shang-Chi 2 are the only other two movies that are kind of still floating out there from the last time they trotted out all of the graphic design, right? Like all of the logos on the wall. So they've kind of survived, and they still sort of have director and writer attached, that kind of thing. So like Black Panther 3 and Shang-Chi feel like the next one's up. I'll be surprised if we get that confirmed today, though. I really think today is about like we're making things smaller. I mean, in the same way that Secret Wars is about consolidating the unit. Like that's what they're doing in real life, right? They're gonna make things smaller, and I really think we're gonna get the X-Men, and that's about it. We're gonna get the X-Men nebulously in the future, and we'll be happy to be wrong about that, but.
We're also kind of coming into this strange little Destin Daniel Cretton log jam here, because he was involved in the production of Wonder Man, kind of the showrunner for that thing, directed the first couple episodes. He is the director of Spider-Man Brand New Day, obviously the director of Shang-Chi, and all of those things have follow-ups kind of in the future. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he has to balance which of those he gets assigned to.
I really think we're kind of aiming at a soft reset of everything that's going on. So I wouldn't expect too many of the old guard to get a sequel at this point. So it's about narrowing down to which ones are core.
Cut you off real quick there. I know that we're kind of up here, we're just spinning our wheels. Herbie is also doing that right now in Hall H. Herbie is currently just zipping around and just waving his arms around. And they're playing Don't Stop Believing. Okay.
All right.
So it's like a Sopranos thing with
Everyone's
Herbie?
just singing along to Don't Stop Believing while wearing Dr. Doom masks. I hope Eric's not just making
That sounds ominous.
Victor Von Doom, of course, rules Latveria with sort of a cult of personality. Maybe they all don't want to stop believing in him. I'm trying to make this work.
It's a stretch.
Yeah.
That's unusual. That's odd. It does seem like things are about to start. I think people have been ushered back to their seats. People are impatient. People are excited. Everyone watching at home, Friendly reminder, we cannot stream the Hall H panel, but we're doing the next best thing, which is giving you live up-to-the-second updates from our pals who are in there right now, dressed like Dr. Doom and singing Journey. Why not? It is time for a quick break, but stick around because there's more live Marvel panel coverage coming up after this. We'll be right back.
IGN's SDCC 2026 coverage is presented by Brisk and Splatoon Raiders. Visit the Brisk and Splatoon Raiders Island Hideout Experience at SDCC July 24th and 25th.
This, you gotta get out there. In a Ford Bronco. Enjoy open air freedom. In a Ford.
Be more alien with Alienware.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection of the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.
IGN Store has everything you need to level up your life.
Red 6 standing by.
Refresh your wardrobe with official gear you won't find anywhere else. From Fallout, Expedition 33, Romeo's a Dead Man, and more. Treat yourself to the coolest collectibles like an adorable SKA plush, your very own Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, and a fully functional Pip-Boy 3000. Or kick back and relax to your favorite video game soundtracks on vinyl. Whatever you need, IGN Store has you covered. Head to store.ign.com and start shopping today.
And we are back. If you're just tuning in, this is IGN's live coverage of the Hall H panel happening at Comic-Con. We're not in there. We can't stream the thing, but we have people in there who are giving us up-to-the-minute updates. And the up-to-the-minute updates is that Marvel's running a little bit late. So they just finished a sing-along for Don't Stop Believin'.
Oh, good.
Do you think they're running
we can
late, or
confirm
was
the
that
song
part
has
of the
ended.
plan?
Some people wooed, and then they started playing Can't Stop the Feelin'. So they're just playing the hits, and also everyone is wearing Dr. Doom masks and capes. So
Nothing's
Yeah.
happened.
at some point, something will happen.
The one note that our Sino guy did left in here that I'm really hyper-focused on, and he said it feels like Eyes Wide Shut in here,
What?
which is
Time to
a
leave.
vibe to be sure for Hall H.
With Dr.
And maybe not a welcome one.
Now we were taking a look ahead at future Marvel movies that we know are coming. They do an interesting thing where basically Disney blocks out the release windows or the release dates that they're calling ahead of time, and they tell us the movie projects that are confirmed and or in production or in development, but they don't line these things up, which is why we tune into this Hall H thing to find out what goes where. What we know is in development is we know that the Thunderbolts' Jake Schreier is going to be directing the X-Men movie. There's a ton of rumored casting going around about that. I feel like this is just kind of it's the internet doing its thing. It's people, they're asking for ponies for Christmas, but you might just get
With
something
one or
obsessed,
two exceptions based on some pretty good reporting.
Yeah. The rapid fire rumored casting is Adam Driver as Magneto, Bill Skarsgård or Patrick Wilson as Xavier, Cooper Hoffman from The Long Walk as Cyclops, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, that seems to be really the front runner, Margot Robbie as Mystique, Kaylee Spaney as Rogue, and then Indy Neverett, is that how you say it?
Neveretti.
Neveretti.
Yes.
She from Obsession has met with Schreier, and everyone's like, "You had a streak in your hair at one point. You should play Rogue." That's how casting works. You had the same
Can we stop
hairstyle.
casting people based on how their hair looks? You can change hair.
It's one of
can?
the easiest things to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
historically.
About it.
They have people who work at the movie place where they do the thing in the hair and the makeup. It's wild.
Yeah, at the movie place.
Now, we also know Black Panther 3 is happening. Ryan Coogler is directing that. He's busy with the X-Files right now, which is cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Daniel Destin Cretton is going to be returning for Shang-Chi 2. Fantastic Four 2 is also a thing, I guess. There's Armor Wars, which got kicked around ages ago. That was originally going to be a Disney Plus series, and then way back in 2022, they told us that it was going to be retooled as a film. That was going to be Ironheart and War Machine hanging out, doing robot stuff.
Yeah, this is my best chance for Justin Hammer to get back into the MCU.
You really keep just banging that?
I'm hammering, I'm banging that nail, baby.
Listen, I don't think you're wrong. It's just cool it, you know?
I won't cool it. Sam Rockwell rocks.
Okay.
Now we also have Nova, which is recently starting to get kicked around. Apparently, the Loki showrunner Michael Waldron is writing, potentially directing. That was another one of those ones that was like, maybe it's a show, maybe it's a movie. It sounds more like it's going to be a movie. And then there's the one that we all are sad to talk about, which is Blade. And a few years ago, we got really excited when they announced that they were making a new Blade movie, and we all started chanting Blade. And I feel like we scared Blade off because that movie.
We wanted it too much.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
they hurt us.
Do we have we prepared a little thing for this? Should I toss to that, or are we just going to talk over it? I don't know.
I don't know that I can handle it, even if
I don't want to get
It's
people
too
sad.
painful.
It's tough, you know, because like I think we were really excited for Blade, and then it's kind of amazing that before we got a Blade movie, we got a Wesley Snipes Blade comeback where there's only one Blade. There's only ever going to be
I'm
one
the only Blade ever of all time. He was right.
Yes.
He was right. No lies told. But vampires never really die.
I mean, I think that was 2019 when that got announced, and it got announced with a batch of a lot of stuff, and it's one of those. In the before times, is one of those things where maybe this is a lesson that Marvel is now learning about. Like, don't go crazy.
I think this might be bold. I think, not to be sad about it, but I think we need to put maybe not a nail in that coffin, but a stake through that vampire movie.
Oh, come on.
I think we need to just call it. I don't think it's going to happen, and we prepared a brief package to pay respects. He didn't die. He's just not playing Blade.
Going on too long, like all the best in 4 a.m.
I can't do
What are we
this, you
doing?
guys. I can't do this anymore.
I didn't like that.
That got to me.
To clarify, Mahershala Ali is fine as far as we know. He's not dead. We just think the Blade movie is not happening. And again, they haven't even confirmed that, but Kevin Feige has been fairly transparent about just.
Yeah, what did he say recently?
Called
He
himself
said
a
something.
loser.
I feel like a loser. Like a
feels
loser.
like a loser.
I can't believe you screwed that up, man. It's great.
I've been hearing some Midnight Suns talk. How did we do that without Blade? I ask you this.
It's a very good
I
question.
ask you this.
Yeah, how do you do horror
All right,
Marvel?
The panel is starting. It's beginning.
It is beginning.
So Eddie from SDCC is on stage. Also, just if anyone is really feeling like they missed out, they played Shut Up and Dance. And everyone, I guess, maybe they shut up.
You don't have to share every update.
Okay, now we're caught up and we can begin.
How do Shut Up and Dance, Can't Stop the Feeling, and Don't Stop Believing?
I
line
only
up?
understand Don't Stop Believing.
If
Now-
we had another 6 months to figure it out, I bet we could.
Yeah, maybe. Now
Sometimes these things get delayed.
We're going to give these updates as they come through, but we've got someone literally just typing out what's happening. So there's kind of like like loading a JPEG in 1992 or whatever. So give us a second on that front. There's a rumor floating around that might sort of replace Blade. There's talk of Midnight Suns being the next thing, with some rumbling that they might get Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, which just again feels like
Typecasting?
I don't know. I feel
Is
like
a
it's
ghost or a writer?
As a writer, baby.
Yeah, he do drive.
He
does.
He do
Okay,
drive.
I get that.
Drive?
He drive.
Motorcycle drive.
motorcycle is
motorcycle,
like
he
car
drive
with no
car.
roof or walls.
Yes.
Yes. A little house in the middle.
Half the wheels.
Okay, Marvel Studios logo is coming up. They're showing a montage from earlier movies. They're not showing a montage of upcoming movies. They're showing ones that
Cannot
already came out.
tee it up like
Interesting.
Wait, hold on. Are they Marvel movies, or is this like The Godfather?
This is any movie.
Just anything. They're showing clips from Any Which Way But Loose.
Now,
Yeah.
there's a
the
lot of
Loki
stuff that
series.
Marvel has set up There's a lot of little breadcrumbs that have been trickled out. They really like messing with our heads here. They love to be like, there's a mystery movie coming out. Also, we've announced this movie's coming out, and also here's a character who may never appear again.
They'll put
And also,
asterisks
so many
on their
times.
titles.
here are characters who were teased. There was Blade, who showed up in the announced Blade movie or didn't. There was the Eternals post-credit scene.
Star Fox.
Nick, your mic is on, and I can hear you talking in my ear, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Kit Harington was going to play Black Knight. He showed up at the end of Eternals.
No.
We got Harry Styles as Eros, and
No.
Patton Oswalt as Pip the Troll, also at the end of Eternals. I don't know. That one got me pretty excited.
It's not happening, dude.
I don't think so. We got Charlize Theron as Clea coming up at the end of Multiverse of Madness. There was the fact that we don't know where Doctor Strange is at the end of Multiverse of Madness. He just went through a portal, and everyone's like, okay. We got Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso as Hercules to Dio's Rainbow in the Dark at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder, which I admit got me really excited.
No, I would like to see Brett Goldstein as Hercules at some point.
I have-
You would
I've
been
like
to Secret
to,
Wars.
but you
Yeah.
need to stop getting your hopes up for
Yeah,
that.
that's exactly it.
Brett Goldstein and Thor in that tone that Taika Waititi honed
I think
on
that
those two
actually
Thor movies, that would be a lot of fun.
I don't have any, I don't really care about Hercules as a character. I'm just like, this is interesting. Okay. I like Dio a lot, but let's go. Anyway, we got Donald Glover as Prowler in Spider-Man Homecoming, and then he made a cameo in Across the Spider-Verse. I don't think I think that's more of just little bits of fan service. There is the fact that at the end of the last Spider-Man, Tom Hardy was in a tiki bar and he just left a little bit of symbiote on the bar stool, which is
Gross.
interesting and unsanitary.
Weird that it happens like that, but
Let's see. Kevin Feige has taken the stage.
Yes.
Ooh.
They showed a bunch of clips from other existing movies. They showed interesting thing to point out. It's not just Marvel Studios movies. They've been showing bits from No Way Home. They showed bits from Deadpool and Wolverine and the Fox X-Men movies. Kevin Feige's hat has a picture of Doom on it, and he's talking about Marvel history in Hall H, about announcing the first Avengers cast, and Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
That was a good moment.
Yeah.
yeah.
So to continue the people who have not reappeared, there's also the fact that Abomination broke out of prison in She-Hulk. There's Scar, Hulk's son, at the end of She-Hulk.
Yeah, that
Got
guy.
a kid.
No, it's done. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the villain of Brand New Day.
Maybe. There's Monica Rambeau is in the X-Men universe for some reason in the Marvels.
Maybe.
There's T'Challa's son at the end of Wakanda Forever. There's a whole bunch of Kangs at the end of Ant-Man Quantumania.
Don't know we got to worry about those guys.
I don't think so.
I have a far out theory. What if Denzel Washington is Kang?
That would be pretty far out.
Wouldn't that be fun? That is my far out theory that I do not think
She's
will
putting
happen.
a pin in it.
Just to be
She
clear,
thinks it's
no,
definitely
I-
happening.
I said probably not.
Okay.
This is what we do.
This
we
is,
make,
this,
we
is
make
a way,
crazy
this is
predictions.
exactly what Marvel is doing with the release dates. Just plant your flag on something, and if you get it right,
No, I think
you got it right.
I think Doom. Yeah.
We also got, at the end of Shang-Chi, we got the Ten Rings sending a signal somewhere. Maybe will that?
Yeah, that was the Welcome to the Circus kid
Yeah.
scene.
I don't know.
Yeah.
With,
Sending a beacon out. They
Banner?
don't know what that
Yeah.
beacon is doing or who it's calling.
Relatable.
There's Mephisto,
Yep.
No.
which again feels
Man.
like just a gag at that point, because we spent all of WandaVision being like, aha, and then,
yeah, which one of you is Mephisto? Turns out it was
No one.
yep.
Sacha Baron Cohen the whole time.
Much later.
So right now, Feige's talking about Marvel history in Hall H, the first Avengers. He says it's all coming back to comics. He's talking about the new editor-in-chief change at Marvel Comics. Stephen Wacker's taking over. Without the comics, there's no MCU, no movies, no TV shows, no animations, nothing. And then he talks about everyone cheers because they're watching X-Men 97, as they should. And he mentions Vision Quest is coming in October, and it being third in the WandaVision trilogy. We're very excited for that.
That's the whole quote. We're very excited about that.
Well, he's continuing to talk, but someone's typing it all out.
Oh,
so,
I
know,
see.
It's I think we just,
Does that mean in the Multiverse of Madness as part of the
I guess that's the
WandaVision
middle
trilogy?
chapter of the WandaVision trilogy.
Okay.
Makes sense, I guess. I mean, it was-
I mean, which of your favorite trilogies is in a TV show and then a movie and then a different TV show?
Right.
in a
It's a
totally
trilogy.
different tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
A mention of Endgame and everyone cheers, as they do. That happens. I get it.
Now, that is one thing we did mention about upcoming releases for Marvel is they are re-releasing Endgame with additional footage this fall before Doomsday. So Endgame is coming out with something like, what is it, like 8 minutes of extra
Something like
stuff
that,
they've said that is
we know if
going
it's
to like.
new? Or is it new footage, or is it stuff they didn't?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's just like there's 7 extra minutes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they like shot new stuff for it, or if they just went back and directors cutted it or whatever. But it was already almost 3 hours. So
Does
I can't
it
imagine
matter?
much they didn't make it in.
Like, people are going to go watch this.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah.
all chasing that high
Yeah.
of Avengers Endgame, and I think Marvel is chasing that too. We've mentioned this before. They need a win now.
Yes.
I mean, that deals with people going into different timelines and stuff and mixing things up. It would be kind of cool if they just retconned things that way and just added some new. We're used to Jabba the Hutt has a new computer-generated dance number. It's not going to be that. I feel like it might be an extended scene, but it would be kind of cool if they were like, hey, guess what? Endgame is getting, Doctor Doom is going to show up in a time machine or whatever.
That's what it might be, right? I mean, it wouldn't, there's the rumor that so much of what Doom's plans are in this movie is because of what Cap did returning the stones at the end of Endgame, right? And so if we get extra stuff of Cap's adventure returning the stones for a couple extra minutes, that might be the thing that they're thinking is you have to go watch this new revamped version of Endgame for all the information you need going into Doomsday.
This could be the only movie and the only studio that could get away with something like that in a way that actually feels additive and makes sense within the world of these movies.
And why not?
I don't know.
Go nuts, guys.
If you've ever loved it, you want to feel that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that sounds like a pretty close way to do that. I mean, the in-theater experience for that movie was nearly unmatched.
Yeah.
It was a good time, yeah. So Kevin Feige framed the Endgame re-release as the encore. So I think it's called Endgame Encore, I guess. It's interesting. They're showing a trailer for it. It's all old footage, but the logo is Endgame Encore. So there's no Avengers in it, which is kind of interesting. It's just Endgame.
That is interesting.
They're owning it.
Yeah. People, they figure that maybe one of the highest grossing movies of history, probably people know it's Avengers.
Or on Disney Plus, maybe they want to be able to get you again on the E when you're scrolling down if you skipped it on A.
They're pulling a little Avatar James Cameron here. It's going to have exclusive footage from Doomsday.
Well, there we go.
We're
Another
going,
new
baby.
Post-credits.
Yep.
There's your post-credits.
Yeah, I'll buy my ticket now.
All right. Now, friendly reminder, if you're watching with us, we are keeping track moment to moment of what's happening in Hall H, and also, trying to fill time between things getting announced, which sometimes it takes a second. Sometimes Herbie comes out and leads everybody in a sing-along of Journey. Right now, we need to take a quick break, but stick around because there's more live Marvel panel coverage coming up after this.
IGN SDCC 2026 is in partnership with Ramayana. Experience one of the world's greatest epics on the big screen. Coming to theaters worldwide to Diwali 2026.
If you want a super fresh, high quality
Hamburger.
just tell them you want
Wendy's.
gotta be Wendy's.
You're more alien with Alienware.
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of wall-to-wall deep dive analysis. To simulate that pace for this 30-second ad, we're featuring 26 different films, and before you say it, no, that math does not check out. We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, 96. Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie lists. Bad at math, great at movies.
Do you want to be the very best like no one ever was? Streamline your journey to becoming a master trainer with Planet Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon, filtering by type, stats, or game availability. Then use the full team builder to assemble an unbeatable lineup. Plan out the optimal set of moves, items, and abilities. Plan your dream team today at planetpokemon.com.
And we're back, and of course they announced that Ryan Gosling is playing Ghost Rider while we're on break. That's a thing that's happening.
As soon as we went to break.
Yep,
Dude, that
pretty
happened
much.
fast.
Yep.
About that.
No, so yeah, Ryan Gosling is currently on stage right now. He's apparently always wanted to play this. They did some cheeky teasing in setting this up. They showed the Ghost Rider logo, and let's see. It says there's only Kevin Feige says only one director we had in mind, only one who could do it. He mentioned Starfighter, which is Sean Levy. That's who's directing the new Star Wars movie. We also did Wolverine and Deadpool. Kevin mentions it sounds like it's going to be Sean Levy. They brought Sean Levy on stage. So, how do we feel?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine was kind of a slam dunk, and people really like what Sean did directing that. It's be very interesting. Like
Here's the logo.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's the Ghost Rider
It looks
logo.
like hot Cheetos.
Or like
It's Cheetos-ish. Yeah, absolutely. I see
It
it.
ain't easy being hot cheesy.
or like those Fox motocross jerseys that you always see. Yeah.
Look, Y2K fashion is back. Flame decals are all in. It's going to be great. Ghost Rider's going to have a PT Cruiser.
He's gonna wear a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jinkos. No, this is.
To Chumbawamba.
I love when the logos look just like straight up comic logos.
Yeah.
When they don't try to do like bank Gothic fonts with gradients on them. When it's just So I'm interested. Do you think? I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine did great with an R rating. Do you think they're going to do that with Ghost Rider?
It doesn't feel completely necessary. I think that you can probably get away with a PG-13 on that.
Yeah,
I think they'll aim for PG-13.
Well, I think he'll drop maybe one or two, so it's probably a PG-13. He's not the same kind of F-bomb dropper as Deadpool, but he's
a
not.
flaming skeleton from hell.
Yes, but he doesn't say the swear words as much.
That's why he went to hell. No.
Oh no, that's his new origin story. He's in hell because he swore too much.
Yeah, I think that's actually Spawn's origin story.
That's too bad.
Don't quote me. So logo says 2028.
Nice.
No, this is the kind of thing, like, this is a new character that this announcement doesn't do anything to spoil who may or may not survive Endgame and Secret Wars, or Doomsday and Secret Wars, right? So this is the neighborhood that I think we're going to live in, is these Ghost Rider, and that's where X-Men comes back, and what can we announce that's not going to be like, yeah, we're doing another Thor movie, and it's like, oh, I guess Thor's going to make it, like they can't really do that, so this is cool. This is very cool stuff.
John Bernthal just walked on stage and said, "What's going on, Feige?"
Uh-oh.
So
he's going to bully him.
he's going to be bullying. The Punisher is here.
Brand new day talk, perhaps.
This could be interesting.
Now, just to circle back to something, we mentioned that it was announced for 2028. Just looking at some of the dates that we have, Untitled Marvel movie #1, that's a July 28th, 2028 date. I think that makes a lot of sense for like a big Ryan Gosling movie, summer blockbuster type thing.
Yeah, it's hot in the summer. There's fire. In
I have another
hot Cheetos.
harebrained idea.
Let's hear it.
Cosmic Ghost Rider, which also features Punisher prominently. That's probably a little far down the line, though.
No, I like that.
But it's one of my favorite comic runs.
It's. I wonder though, would they do the sort of next version of Ghost Rider before they do like the real kind of grounded version?
We've got Johnny Blaze by way of Nick Cage, and we got Riley Rice, and was it Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that he showed up in?
Yes.
Yeah. So like they've done different versions, but like I don't know, shake it up, try something new.
Cool.
I love that. I love that John Bernthal showed up, just being like, "Hey, hold on, you got a different movie with a prominent skull iconography? We've got a movie coming out with that already." They're showing some Spidey footage. I don't know if it's new. I'm not in the room. I can't see it. For those of you just tuning in, we are doing our best to convey everything that is happening in Hall H right now, but we can't stream that itself, so we've got up-to-the-minute updates from people who are watching along and typing as fast as they can while still making coherent words.
It's also great to see exactly how excited he is based on how many typos show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it said Ghost Rider for a while.
Ghost Rider came out. When Gosling came out, it was a mess.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing him sort of reporting.
Spidey throws a Higg exploding web trapping Hulk.
What?
Yep.
Imagine that's a big
So
exploding
this
web.
is like a medium excitement there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a scene that shows Spidey and Hulk duking it out, and then and then Frank Castle showing up.
This was not in the footage I saw, by the way. So this is probably, the stuff in the trailer
Do
with
you
the
want
Hulk
to
fighting.
recreate this dialogue we have here?
You want to
Do dramatic
Yeah.
reading?
Where are you going to be?
Let's go.
I'll be Spidey.
Okay.
Frank, what are you doing here?
I don't know that I can say this in the stream.
Just
Can I say it?
Oh, we got to
Okay, I
say
got a
it.
green light from the. Go ahead, start from the top.
Frank, what are you doing here?
I'm saving your ass.
This is way above your pay grade.
That's
Yep.
it.
And
that's what
scene.
happened.
That's it. So, I mean, what I do like about this, though, is like as soon as the street level, like the Defenders, started showing up in the MCU, the big question was like, oh, they exist in the same world with all the stuff that's happening in the Marvels. And so, I mean, if Punisher is involved directly in a fight with Spider-Man and the Hulk, like that's a promotion, right? I mean, that's pretty cool.
I kind of like the idea of using, like, if we want to bring those heroes kind of more into the main MCU fold in the movies, like, we don't often get a lot of ground level, like, how is the rest of the world reacting to all of this cosmic insanity going on? It would be cool for those characters to be our window into that more, grounded, part of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that was the sort of the funny conceit of the Netflix shows where they'd be like, well, the big green guy did a bunch of stuff to downtown, and you're like, can't you just say it?
Can't you say Hulk?
Yeah.
Can't you say what town it is?
Yeah. So I'm stoked for Spider-Man. I think that they've shown off a ton of, like, they've got a lot of toys that they're dumping out to play with, which is cool. I'm personally extremely stoked that Michael Mando is actually finally playing the Scorpion. I love that tease back in Homecoming, and it's cool they're finally delivering on that front. But also, obviously watching Spider-Man do another team up with Punisher and fighting the Hulk, this is what I want. I want to see the action figures bashing together on the big screen.
So we also just got this is a fun little tidbit that he just went back and added to the footage is we're getting some hybrid version of Smart and Savage Hulk. So he's roaring and going crazy and smashing, but he's also able to speak in Ruffalo's voice, which is that's going to be cool. It also like why is he? Does he have his full faculties while he's beating up Spider-Man, and why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Russo brothers showed up.
Ooh.
They're making an Avengers movie,
Are they?
A couple
I've
of them
heard.
even. Yeah.
I've heard.
Again?
Jumping back to the sort of Smart Savage Hulk mix there. One of the things in play in Brand New Day is that the villain, it's Jean Grey, who knows, maybe, who knows. But whoever the villain is seems to be jumping around to different people and sort of puppeteering them. So it also could be that Hulk is being controlled in this moment by that sort of mystery villain. That's one possibility, I guess.
That is a good idea.
I have one every year, and I'm going to have a
Used
tough
it
time
now?
getting through the rest
We're
of
not
the
through
year.
this broadcast.
Here's footage that we've already seen from Brand New Day, which is still cool. I've been trying not to like look too closely at trailers. Like I just want to be wowed when I see it. You can still show the trailer. You don't have to turn it off. It's more
I like
interesting.
No. You don't have to
Put
watch
it
it.
on.
Yeah. Let's see. The Russo brothers are on stage. They're asking how long people waited to get there. They're asking if people in the back room can see them, and something is being set up.
Oh, okay.
What if we reconjure the back row as the front row? That is
Oh,
being
hey.
asked.
And we are getting some actors revealed in the audience there.
At the back of Hall H, Rebecca Romaine, Louis
I knew it.
Coleman, James Marston, Hannah Kamen, David Harbour, Kelsey, Winston Dukes, Simu Liu. Yeah, it's a lot of
Grammer, I
people.
assume.
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer.
Simu Liu. Yep.
Namor.
Namor's there,
Tenoch
Danny
Huerta,
Ramirez,
Danny
Anthony Mackie, Paul Rudd,
Ramirez.
everybody.
Yeah.
He says, I think I'm missing
Gang's
some.
on.
Yeah.
We'll get it updated. I knew Rebecca Romaine would be there when she pulled out of my Star Trek interview.
Becca.
That was the smart money.
Yep.
Oh no, she's gonna be in Hall H.
They have two logos. Some are in front of an X logo and some are in front of an A logo.
What could those stand for?
Pedro Pascal is on stage.
Ooh.
Ailey Atwell.
Haley Atwell.
Ooh, what a crossover.
Peggy confirmed.
Chris Evans. Cool. Yeah, we're just silently staring at
she's in it.
memes.
Yeah.
getting, dropped in.
Yeah,
This is
sorry.
the part
we're just-
where everything's coming to the boil.
Haley Atwell. That's confirmation. She's in it.
Yes.
That means a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
She didn't have a
We're
director's
presently
chair, I
getting
don't
a live action recreation of that video of the chairs we all watched.
Yes.
It's just people, which is
People
cool.
instead of chairs, which I think is a good step forward.
Yeah. I guess, you know what, we really should have assumed that Haley Atwell is in the movie because I'm pretty sure in the first trailer we see Steve ride up to his house and walk in and
Yeah.
get his baby. So, like, yeah, if the baby wasn't there alone, I would imagine
I
she'd
was a big
probably
fan of all
be
the
there.
Captain Carter stuff in What If and in Multiverse Madness. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing more of that too.
Yeah, we've got that. Oh, well, that variant doesn't quite make it out of the movie, does it?
Yeah, but I mean,
There's- get another one for the
give me
next
another
year.
That's the fun
variant.
thing about the multiverse.
Anything is possible
Anything's
in the multiverse.
possible.
And Robert Downey Jr. has come on the stage, the regular front stage that's not at the back of the theater. That is kind of a cool move because, like, at the very back of Hall H, you can't see anything. That's kind of a nice little treat for the people in the nosebleeds.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Eric Goldman, our steno reporter in Hall H, does note that Hemsworth is not in the room, at least not as of yet. He's filming Extraction 3 right now, so that probably explains why he wasn't part of this.
Yet. That we know of.
Who knows? Maybe he's going to drop in from the ceiling. But my money is on no.
Yeah, this is wild. This is a pretty big roster.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes.
It's everybody.
It's everybody.
I mean, they have no choice but to put everybody in this movie. So everybody is here in Hall H. That's pretty cool. And Downey's talking, being. I mean, he's the dad. No, I really don't. I mean, he's the dad of this whole thing, right? Like, this is the thing that he built, and so I mean, he's got to be some pride and some. I mean, how cool is this for him? Not that he needs a win, but like to just sit there and introduce. He's saying, look at all these people that helped me become this arch nemesis and come back to the MCU and everything.
And he's doing a little bit of his Doom voice for the audience as well. Referencing the idea of joining the family of Doom.
Okay, are
So,
we going to talk witches?
We've been seeing witches all over the show floor, different
Yeah.
colors.
I like that. So at the Marvel booth, they have a bunch of costumes out there. Then they have these Latverian witches, and each day they've been changing the color of the costume, which is odd. I don't know. And then the most recently they just had a Doctor Doom costume up there. But the like we knew Doom was in it, but Latverian witches are kind of a curveball.
And are we sure that's not Silver Surfer?
Yes.
We're positive.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll take Latverian witch.
Well, it seems he's inviting people to don their masks, their silver masks they were handed earlier, and all the actors are coming to the front of the stage
And they're walking,
now.
high-fiving everybody. That's cool. This has got to be a nightmare for security, but yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
David Harbour is giving Robert Downey Jr. a thumbs down.
I did not know he
he's
was
a
there.
bad
He's a
guy.
bad guy. Thank you for that clarification.
Okay. We're not saying David Harbour's a bad guy. We're saying that because Robert Downey Jr. is playing a bad guy. That's the implication there. They're all going to take a selfie, which is
Oh boy.
it's a good thing to do when everyone's
Here, do we want to take a selfie while they're taking a selfie?
Now our big selfie.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Let's get in here. Hey, surprise.
This is a dramatic reenactment
Right.
of what the
We
people
did
are
it.
doing in
I
the theater.
feel like
They're taking a
Clint
big
and I
selfie
did it,
together.
but sure.
Yeah.
No, I think we missed out on that.
Now, before we got into this, Clint, you were saying you don't think they're going to introduce any new characters. They just announced a new movie. Do you think we're going to see Ghost Rider in Doomsday?
I mean, we might. Who knows? They've got him attached to it. They've made it official. Like he might end up in there in some way. I feel like there's so much business for this movie to do, and so much to set up for Secret Wars that's coming out next year, that to add a new character, to introduce a new character that will have some sort of impact on that story and all of that business in any sort of meaningful way, I feel like it would be a mistake to introduce somebody new. So I'm rooting for the players that are already on the board to be the ones that are actually causing everything to happen and moving the story forward and all of that, to just drop somebody brand new into the mix and have some type of real impact on the story feels like a very strange choice. But announcing Ghost Rider and putting him in years from now, like it's a safe bet that it's not going to have much to do with the next couple of movies, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big surprises they could do would be, cameos of established characters. I think there's enough of that. You can do a lot more of the Multiverse of Madness, killing Black Bolt again, or different.
You can always kill Black Bolt
different
again.
Mr. Fantastic.
No, I mean, I think the X-Men are likely, the Fox X-Men likely not going to make it out of Act 1 of this movie.
And here, by the way, we're getting a look at Ryan Gosling on stage.
There he is.
Look at
nice
him.
red matching that logo.
Always cool jackets on that
Shout
guy.
out to the stylist.
Nothing but
Jacket
cool
looking
jackets.
slick.
To say off what you said, it's weird to have a new person be so impactful and key to the developments of this very, very important movie for Marvel. But if anyone has the juice, is it not Ryan Gosling? He is coming off of...
You're not going to trap me into an argument about Ryan Gosling's juice. Like, there's no argument there.
We
Got
can,
it.
we can
There's
have
no
that argument off camera. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, there will hopefully be lots more announcements coming out of the Marvel panel in Hall H after this. Stick around.
So much juice.
IGN's SDCC 2026 coverage is presented by Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. Out August 25th. Wishlist today.
Super fresh, high quality.
Damn Batman.
Just tell them you want.
Wendy's.
Gotta be one.
You're more alien with Alienware.
Catch up on all your favorite shows with up-to-the-minute gaming and entertainment news with Geek Media Podcasts.
Welcome to a very special episode of IGN Game Scoop.
Game Scoop has you covered for all things gaming and the latest game releases. Tune into Podcast Beyond for the biggest PlayStation news.
Man, this is a cool-looking trailer.
Everything Xbox on Podcasts Unlocked.
This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief.
Catch up with your Super Nintendos on Nintendo Voice Chat.
Let the kids love what we love.
And get all the latest console news and rumors with Next Gen Console Watch.
Now Xbox and Phil Spencer are even saying that a mid-gen refresh isn't even necessary.
The Cinefix Top 100 podcast picks a movie every week to celebrate and debate.
It's kind of every movie's grandpa.
Geek Media Podcasts, the best podcasts from around the world.
Do you want to be the very best like no one ever was? Streamline your journey to becoming a master trainer with Planet Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon, filtering by type, stats, or game availability. Then use the full team builder to assemble an unbeatable lineup. Plan out the optimal set of moves, items, and abilities. Plan your dream team today at planetpokemon.com.
I don't know why we're showing Pokemon Lego there, but while we were on break, they announced something else, or I guess revealed something else. Deadpool's in the crowd, and it's Deadpool in a gray costume, and it's very clearly Ryan Reynolds in costume doing the voice, and he's doing the old Comic-Con bit where he asks some questions. He says 2 questions. First question, where is Thor, and why was he crying? Which is a nice callback.
Nice callback.
I like that. And Paul Rudd says he's a Wrexham fan.
Oh, get it?
And he says, this is an awful expensive way to start a film. When do you start filming? And they explained to him it already was shot. And so, I don't know, do we think Deadpool's going to show up? It sounds like Deadpool might show up.
It really sounds like he would, because Ryan Reynolds, you know, he loves to troll, but he's also a busy man. If he's here doing this, I would say money's on that.
I feel like that one of the most surefire ways to get him to show up for one of these things is to be like, we'll make a joke out of it. And he's like, oh, okay, cool, I'll be there.
It'll be fun.
But I mean, Deadpool was one of the folks that was sort of conspicuously absent from the chairs, and we haven't really heard about, obviously not in the trailer. So he's got to be there. I mean, Deadpool's and Wolverine's the biggest thing that they've done in a minute, and so it would be weird to not have them show up a little bit.
And the Russos are chasing that up by saying that when Ryan says there's no additional photography, any last-minute additions, the Russos do say they keep making movies until Marvel pries it out of their hands. So, you know it.
Anything can happen. Get your hopes sky high.
So apparently Deadpool just walked away, and they didn't actually say if he's in the movie or anything. They just kind of did that. I like they got both the Ryans up there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Reynolds actually had a great tweet. I'm not going to say the whole thing. Don't panic back there. He said, a lot of people get us mixed up. One way you can tell the difference is Ryan Gosling is blonde, and then I'm a very bad word, which was a wonderful gag.
You can't. Ryans are the new Chris's, so I mean, I'm glad they're doing their work.
That's the hallmark of this era of Marvel.
Yeah.
The Ryans.
Yep.
We've got a new
Age of
Doom
Chris's has
poster.
ended.
It's Doom, and he's walking in the shadows. I don't know.
Pretty cool looking from what it says here. It's
I love
pretty
reading
cool
the description
looking.
of the poster. That Deadpool tease is interesting. I was assuming he was going to show up in Secret Wars, and maybe this is alluding to that.
Does the gray costume give us any hints of what kind of story points they may be touching on?
X-Force.
Yeah.
Which they just sort of introduced in X-Men '97. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, my hunch with this series is that they're going to do a similar deal that they did to Endgame, where Infinity War was very weighted with certain characters. They focused heavily on them, and then Endgame had sort of a different crew. Like there's kind of, obviously some of them were unavailable at Endgame, but I think they could do a similar thing where they just give different characters more focal points, more stuff to do. And I'm kind of thinking like, who isn't confirmed or who hasn't been hyped up a lot? Yeah.
Wolverine. Deadpool does get us one step closer to Wolverine.
We're seeing some footage from inside the room of Ryan Gosling on stage. And somebody forgot to change their max settings to get rid of the toolbar, so that's why we saw that on the screen.
Yeah.
And there he goes again.
There he is. So they're giving a little bit of insight into Doom. He used to be kind, he used to be caring, and then everything he loved was taken from him. He's also, I don't think he finished medical school, so he's not technically a doctor.
Yeah, and we're seeing here
here we
the
go.
gray
There's a look
Deadpool costume, which looks awesome. That looks really cool.
They sort of did a bit with that in Deadpool 2, where he was like in an explosion, and it was like, oh, it's the gray costume. It's like, not really, but
yeah. We're getting it for real now. Either that or he hasn't washed it yet.
Yeah, that could be. He spent so much time in Deadpool Wolverine getting fitted for that new outfit. It's an extensive tailoring sequence. This is cool.
I don't know. I gotta think he's gonna show up. For all the reasons. I mean, and doing it this way it's so perfectly Ryan Reynolds. Like there's no other way for it. He wouldn't have just trotted out on stage and waved and said hi like everybody else usually gets to in these things. So.
Some of the descriptions we're seeing of the footage being shown in a Hall H include intense shots of Thor, Shang-Chi, Shuri, and Gambit, who is back. And it seems like Sue is narrating a lot of this. So does that mean they have this comics accurate history?
Here's a fun one. I guess they're showing footage, and Doom raises his arm, and an army of Sentinels rises from the ground.
Oh, great.
That's a cool kind of Doombot, I guess.
Yeah, that's a cool kind of crossover.
Yeah, we have seen, I guess, I don't know, like leaked like set photos that involve Sentinel parts, but I was never sure if that was.
Yeah, they're Sentinels walking behind Cyclops, or we assume they're Sentinels because it's Cyclops and it's X-Men, but just massive Doombots.
Yeah, I thought that
interchangeably.
I thought Eric was typing out Sentimental, but it was Sentinels, which is much more exciting.
Again, he's very excited.
Yeah, I mean they do this kind of shuffly remixy stuff where they don't want to do
poster as well.
So there's the Doom poster. There's
their big selfie moment.
We've really changed the definition of selfie. That's just a photograph.
Yeah, that's just a picture.
It's true. It's true.
Kevin is thanking everybody like it's ending, but it's not really. I don't think. I feel like they're waiting to do something, but they're
maybe something that starts with the letter X.
Maybe.
Could be. Yeah.
No, it does seem like they just played another Doomsday trailer. Like they said, they were showing footage, but just the description here it bounces all over the place. It doesn't look like it's more of an extended look at one of the scenes that we already saw in the trailer. It feels like it's a new trailer, so hopefully we'll get that.
They framed it as footage. They framed it as exclusive footage. The only people in Hall H will ever see. So I'm sure, they'll probably release it at some point, but I feel like we're not going to see that one until somebody leaks a very shaky cell phone video of it.
In 5 minutes.
And we can't show that because we'll get in really big trouble.
No, we don't want Dr. Doom coming after us too.
Yeah.
What if we think he has good ideas?
Then I would examine some of your own ideas.
Well, that's pretty offensive.
All right, yeah. So, but wait, no.
They did a gag. Kevin walked off stage, and then he's doing a one more thing. He said there is one more thing. So we're going to find out what this
Here's
is.
that one more thing. Do we think we've gotten the thing? Like I was talking about earlier about the RDJ was the thing back 2 years ago. We haven't gotten the thing.
It sure doesn't feel like it.
It was fun for everybody in there to high five people as they were walking up to the stage, but we haven't gotten the thing.
We already went over a whole group of people that we know are involved, kind of felt like are going to be there. We have a lot of folks that I think we still are going to see here. That's my guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They're in an odd spot where I feel like a lot of the expectations and a lot of the hype around this has become. It comes from them going too hard in previous Hall H panels, and I love it when they announce a bunch of stuff and show us a bunch of logos and we get all excited. But it has become. I mean, the Spaceballs 2 panel just roasted them for it. They filled up the entire wall with 11 different phases that they're going to have. All right, Black Panther logo. We got the 3 that forms the Black Panther logo.
I was going to interrupt you and say Black Panther logo, but you interrupted yourself there. That was great.
That's more important than whatever I was talking about. Ryan Coogler is there.
Ryan Coogler coming out.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, again, we knew this was happening. It's nice to get a little update on it. I wonder if we'll get anything else.
This here also, Kevin quoted saying, one of the great privileges is working with these great artists. Sometimes they go off and win an Academy Award and they still go to Marvel Studios for their next film. So confirmed that Black Panther 3 is definitely Coogler's next film, not sneaking anything in there. And Coogler's on stage now talking about what an honor it is to be part of the sort of Marvel firmament, part of Comic-Con.
Bringing out some cast. Hopefully this is where we see Denzel.
Yes.
December 15th.
We're on Denzel watch.
2028. December 15th.
December 15th.
That's when we're getting Black Panther.
So we're going to fill out that slot on the empty 2028 calendar.
Yes.
Do you think the 3 is going to change? I feel like there's...
Oh, interesting. Well,
It'll get a new subtitle?
It wouldn't be the first time Marvel changed the title of a movie.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't know.
We never got Captain America Serpent Society, did we?
No. They didn't even get off the stage that time before they changed.
No, that was quick.
Yeah, I mean, Thunderbolts obviously had the asterisk, and everyone's like, "What's it going to be?" And it's the new Avengers, obviously. I feel like whatever the subhead for Black Panther is, does it hinge on something that happens in the next movies?
Could
be.
Probably, because we're looking at a pretty astronomical shakeup here. So we have a date, December 15th, 2028 for Black Panther 3, TBD if that changes.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like it's going to be a large format movie.
Interesting too that that's dead center of award season as well. So I think Marvel may have had that in mind in placing that in December as well.
Well, they did explicitly bring up that Coogler is an Oscar winner at this point.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a ramp up?
Already started the campaign for
the campaign.
3, yeah.
I mean, there were people who felt the first Black Panther movie deserved to be considered more for Oscars.
Yes.
Is this them shooting their shot finally?
Are they going to do the unthinkable thing and just let a director cook?
No.
Just be
maybe.
Do your thing. Don't go nuts. Just
if it's going to be anyone, I think it's.
If Coogler's out there right now talking about large format cameras, that's a good first step.
Yep. Give him some cool toys. I would just love to know the conversations that happen there because it does. I mean they're not on bad terms or anything, but Coogler obviously is off doing Sinners and stuff. He can do whatever he wants and. He's worked with Marvel, but he knows what he's dealing with. He knows.
We got news.
Wow. Okay.
We're announcing.
Okay, so the new Black Panther. You got there first.
Our new
Go
Black
for it.
Panther is Mr. David Jonsson.
Pretty awesome. David Jonsson was in Alien Romulus as the android. Also incredible this past year in The Long Walk as one of the two with Cooper Hoffman. Those were the kind of 2 lead guys. A really incredible actor. This is a very good pick for
Alien Romulus was Alien Romulus. That was a fun movie. He was my favorite part of it, hands down.
Yeah.
They're not even close.
This is so
cool.
Very soulful, very. Just between Long Walk and Alien Romulus, it really does seem like this guy can kind of do anything.
And for some clarity, it looks like this is T'Challa the Junior.
Yes.
Yes. So not an alternate of Chadwick Boseman's originated character. This is the son.
Yes.
Grown up.
Yeah, this is rad. This is kind of what I wanted. They're filling in the marks. They're not showing us a timeline of things. They're like, hey, mark your calendars. Here's when this is happening.
Interesting too that it's David Jonsson. Another kind of actor that was rumored for that role for a long time was Damson Idris from F1.
Yeah.
There was some concept art that leaked out a little while ago that had him in the Black Panther outfit. So, but as we've been saying, things shift around a lot. So it's not surprising that they got a also very talented actor to.
Here's the poster right here, which, as you can see, is
that's a 3
Black Panther logo,
and that's David Jonsson.
There's our guy.
Yep. All right,
Honestly,
so
it really seemed like Damson Idris was the name floating around.
Yeah.
So this is a surprise,
Yeah, maybe
but a
things
welcome
shifted
surprise.
after F1. Who knows?
that apparently was it. Kevin said that it's officially the end of the show. We'll see you on Doomsday. So no X-Men stuff and a countdown.
Well, hold on. He's already done this. Maybe we're
How many times can you pull off a "I'll see you later"? Just kidding. Is it twice?
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot. The MCU has done a lot of timeline messing around and going back to the beginning. So this is
the next time he walks out on stage, he's gonna be like, "Hey, sorry, I'm late. I see you got started without me." It's like, what?
There is a countdown clock for Doomsday on the stage. So
Is it counting down to the actual release date of this movie?
nobody knows.
We don't
There's
know.
no way to find it.
You'd have to do just incomprehensible amounts of math to figure that out.
Yes.
Too hard to figure out. Yeah, so that was the end of the Marvel Hall H panel.
Okay.
How do we feel about that?
I honestly didn't think we would get a big X-Men announcement at this point. I would have liked one, but it just seems like a lot right now, especially if we're putting a lot of focus on Doomsday and how we're going to return to what you loved about Marvel. We're going to do Endgame Encore. We're going to shower you with the things that you've always loved about Marvel.
Yeah, I think in terms of what they need to do, right, and like what I was sort of rooting for versus what I kind of realistically expected, right? Like I wasn't expecting them to do a ton. In fact, I'm surprised at the Black Panther III announcement. I'm a little surprised at that because Black Panther. I mean, granted, his Tassan is not on. He's on the board and that he exists as a character on camera at this point. And it's not like we were expecting him to have a big role in what happens in Doomsday and Secret Wars or anything. Although he is one of those kid Avengers that it seems like Doomsday is collecting, I guess, is that theory. So maybe he does have something to do with the plot of the next couple of movies. And so they're
the leader of that team.
Yeah. So he could be involved quicker than 2028. But I am a little surprised that they announced that stuff. And I mean, Ghost Rider, like I said, is not terribly surprising. It's new. He'll do his own thing after this, and we'll catch up. He'll land wherever the pieces shake out after Secret Wars. But no, I was rooting for X-Men. Not terribly surprised that we didn't get it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what I guess. Maybe that's more evidence. Another tick in the column that Sadie Sink really is Jean Grey.
Yeah,
they didn't want to spoil that before it comes out next week.
When we were referencing The Long Walk, I was low-key like, are they going to say Cooper Hoffman Cyclops?
Cooper Hoffman as Cyclops makes his appearance in Black Panther III.
Okay.
I am actually pretty surprised that they didn't announce X-Men. I think that anything that Marvel can do right now to get people excited to go back to see Marvel movies, whether or not it's specific details about the very next one or the roadmap, the kind of longer lead stuff, I did think that. And given how much, we've seen the reports that Jake Schreier has been meeting with Indy Navarrete, we've seen a couple other similar reports in that space, more rumory. I really thought the big play for Marvel this year was going to be, let's bring everybody out. Let's just fill more directors' chairs than you could possibly imagine.
But this is the opposite of our thought that it's going to be simplified, streamlined, more easy to understand.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in just a second. There's a lot to unpack here. We need to take another quick break, but stick around. We're going to talk about the Marvel Hall H panel after this. Be right back.
The official product partner of IGN SDCC 2026 is Brisk. When the game heats up, cool down with Brisk.
views like this, you gotta get out there. In a Ford Bronco. Enjoy open air freedom. In a Ford.
Be more alien with Alienware.
Catch up on all your favorite shows with up-to-the-minute gaming and entertainment news with Geek Media Podcasts.
Welcome to a very special episode of IGN Game Scoop.
Game Scoop has you covered for all things gaming and the latest game releases. Tune into Podcast Beyond for the biggest PlayStation news.
Man, this is a cool looking trailer.
Everything Xbox on Podcasts Unlocked.
This is Steve Downes, the voice of Master Chief.
Catch up with your Super Nintendos on Nintendo Voice Chat.
Let the kids love what we love.
And get all the latest console news and rumors with Next Gen Console Watch.
Now Xbox and Phil Spencer are even saying that a mid-gen refresh isn't even necessary.
The Cinefix Top 100 podcast picks a movie every week to celebrate and debate.
It's kind of every movie's grandpa.
Geek Media Podcasts, the best podcasts from around the world.
IGN Store has everything you need to level up your life.
Red 6 standing by.
Refresh your wardrobe with official gear you won't find anywhere else. From Fallout, Expedition 33, treat yourself to the coolest collectibles like an adorable SKA plush, your very own Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, and a fully functional Pip-Boy 3000. Head to store.ign.com and start shopping today.
And we're back. Yeah, so Marvel's Hall H panel has wrapped. We got some pretty solid announcements, but I feel like some of us were waiting for a little bit more. To recap, we got Ghost Rider is coming out in 2028. That's the big sort of surprise. Black Panther 3 is coming December 15th, 2028. And that's kind of the concrete things.
Got a extra sort of just in the room look at both Spider-Man and Doomsday.
And Deadpool, question mark? Maybe at some point, somewhere.
That's as much a confirmation as I think a character like Deadpool can muster, right? Like just showing up and being goofy for a minute, like that. I think that's a yes.
Yeah. But Kim, to the point that you were making a little
earlier.
Yeah,
we were fighting a little.
We were as we often do. But no, I will flip the coin and sort of appreciate the other side of it, which is that when we think about what was announced in this panel, not updated, we got one sequel, one brand new movie, and that's one really significant new piece of casting outside of the new announced movie. It does sort of belie a more focused approach and a more focused approach, and that part of it is exciting to me.
Well, part of me wonders if they just felt that topping a bigger and bigger and bigger thing over and over is just impossible. And when we look back at the era of, let's say, Ant-Man Quantumania, mistakes were made. Maybe we are going to change our strategy a little and make things easier to understand, less convoluted, less for the hardcore fans, and more for people who come to these movies and just want to have a good time, want to see their friends, and it is a strategy.
Just so we're very clear, though, one of the mistakes made by somebody airdropped me.
Just deleted something.
One of the mistakes made in Quantumania was not MODOK, who of course should have been nominated. Of course, should have been nominated for an Oscar. We know
Nobody's
this.
saying that,
more
Tom.
of these ideas.
Yeah, no, these are good ideas, and I stand by them.
People loved MODOK. People couldn't get enough of MODOK. It was one of the, don't do that. Don't make a MODOK.
MODOKing. We're turning it into a meme.
I don't like this.
Send us your MODOKs.
I don't like the term MODOKing. Don't say that.
It's like Morbin time, but a little worse.
I do think like what I'm personally looking for from Marvel from now on is a near complete and total reboot, right? And then, like that's what was sort of exciting about the announcement of Doomsday and then in Secret Wars, because what happens in the comics and how everything gets sort of refocused and and in my heart, I wanted more out of this Hall H, but my brain was like, no, you don't, because like I don't want anything announced past Secret Wars. I want them to just go ahead and wrap it up and then just start something new. And there's a kernel, leave room for a kernel of something else to start with, and that's likely going to be the X-Men. We just don't need to know what that is yet, which is honestly, it's fine.
put Marvel in a position next summer after the release of Doomsday to probably come back here and do something huge, because that's going to be them setting up Secret Wars. That I bet we're going to see a lot of crazy things happen in next year's panel if they come back.
What was the big twist that happened in Infinity War? What was the thing that happened? What was something that just?
You're talking about when everybody died?
That thing? Yeah. So, what if something like that happens, but the solution is new characters, like new casting?
I don't think it can be as brutal and cruel like that moment where we're all gasping and crying a little bit in the theaters. Because, yes, we do have to reset the table because people age over the course of 20 years, and we do need to get more stories out there. I'm not really sure how to do this, especially if we are in this mode of make things simpler and easier to understand, aka stop doing cosmic, multiversal stuff.
You're talking about if Doomsday ends with a lot of people dying.
Yeah.
And then Secret Wars starts with a new actor playing Thor and a new actor playing like that sort of thing.
We've got a lot of X-Men who are doing their big victory lap, and I don't see them reprising those roles. You know?
No, the X-Men. I think what's funny with the X-Men is we've seen them die before. And I
Gambit
think
has not died enough.
Gambit has not
Kill
died.
Gambit again.
To be fair, Gambit never died the first time. I love that Gambit was most famous for not being in a movie until Deadpool and Wolverine. There's a reported runtime of close to 3 hours, 2 hours 45 minutes, I think, is the rumor about how long Doomsday is going to be. So there's real estate in there to do some stuff like that, but they're going to have a lot of work to do to set up. Like, why are we going to? If Secret Wars is a big sort of universe-wide reboot, and to do that with new characters, I don't know that we're going to do that. I think we got two full movies with who we've got now, and then we'll recast after that.
I just don't know if they could stand that kind of harsh, quick, cruel shift. I don't know. It's going to be a challenge, and it has to be probably a little bit slower than we expect. Than everyone dead, new actors, and we don't want to change universes either because we've gotten attached to these people. So I think the solution is a proper send-off, whatever that may be.
They walk through a circle.
Yeah.
Just go through a ring.
They go backwards through the circles.
Yeah.
They walk backwards.
Just Homer Simpson into the hedge, fitting with another dimension.
We're seeing on screen here, by the way, we've got Ryan Coogler, that Winston Duke, and Letitia Wright on screen there with Kevin Feige holding up something. I don't know what he's holding. What is that?
Well, it seems to be motion blurred, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's a camera.
Is that the camera he was
Ryan Coogler sometimes works around a camera, so it could be a camera.
Yeah.
So they're not doing a radio drama this time around, huh? Wild.
Visuals in Black Panther 3 confirmed.
People are taking Ryan Reynolds' presence there as confirmation. I guess the exchange, that happened in the crowd was just like, I got a question, you guys done filming? And the Russos were like, well, the film's in the can, but we're tinkering with it, which is, it's cheeky, a little wink and a nod. I don't know. The gray outfit is sort of suggesting he's part of X-Force, which would mean a team, which would mean, where does he?
Deadpool putting a team together didn't go great the last time.
Yeah, and weren't they also called X-Force?
Yeah.
You do. I mean, the animated series just introduced X-Force a bit. But, I don't know. I could see, again, superhero movies, they kill people off. I worked the red carpet for Deadpool 2 before it was announced, and I interviewed all those people who were going to be in the X-Force movie. They'd announced they're working on X-Force movie. And I was like, Bill Skarsgård, you going to be back for this? And he was like,
whatever you think, man.
Yeah.
And I just want to jump in real quick. Our team is telling me that our reporter in Hall H, Eric Goldman, is on his way back to the studio. We're going to get to talk to him a little bit about what he saw firsthand. Maybe get a little bit more of a sense of what the atmosphere in the room was, what they were reacting like.
About the eyes wide shut thing.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I want to hear less about that.
Well, we'll see when he gets here.
But that's kind of the X factor, right? That's kind of the X factor, is how did the crowd respond to this?
Yeah.
I think Marvel does pay attention to
the other guy that's sort of still noticeably absent from me is Wolverine. And maybe that's all, we don't get any X-Men, so we don't get Wolverine either. And I just if Deadpool's going to show up, I got to believe Wolverine's going to be there too. And it's, I don't know. I feel like in thinking about how to manufacture one of those Robert Downey Jr. type moments, I thought you could build one around Hugh Jackman. So I was putting a small bet on, maybe Hugh Jackman will show up and he'll introduce the new Wolverine actor or something like that. Would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Maybe next year.
And necessary. I know there are a lot of people out there, and look, Hugh Jackman has put in so much incredible work as that character over 26 years. I'm personally very ready to see a new actor take that character.
Yeah, I feel
him in a different direction.
I feel bad for him because it's going to be rough.
Yeah,
but I love Hugh Jackman. I love his Wolverine. I feel like we've seen it. We got two epic send-offs for the character.
Yes, we've said bye to him before. I don't know if we should do this again.
Well, he's gotten both kinds of endings now.
Yeah.
Like there's the great, tragic and heroic death in Logan that was wonderful, and there's the great sort of like, I'm emotionally at peace now ending from Deadpool and Wolverine. So
much of Deadpool and Wolverine was like again a sort of tongue-in-cheek victory lap send-off to that whole universe, and then they're like, no, we're gonna do it again, just once more. It's
or was that being cheeky,
just with Gambit
meta cheekiness? We haven't seen any big recasts, but I think that is a role that is very prime for it.
Yeah. Now, we're waiting on Eric to get back from Hall H. He's hustling over here. He can hopefully tell us a little bit more about what it was like in the room there, what the vibes were. But while we're waiting, I'm curious, aside from the Hall H panel, which I don't know, I'm not disappointed, but sort of my hype levels aren't what they were previous years.
You're not overwhelmed. You're just kind of whelmed.
I'm moderately whelmed.
Yeah,
exactly. Aside from Hall H, what was a highlight of Comic-Con? What could it be? A trailer, a panel, an announcement, a thing you saw, a person you hung out with? I don't know. What was the best thing you had going?
I mean, we had Green Day into our studio. I mean, that was kind of awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Nimrods. They have a movie coming out. I've seen it. It's very funny. That was definitely my favorite.
You got to share your middle school graduation look.
Sure did.
Billy Joe. That was
long hair, black shirt, red tie.
Could we roll it?
See if we have any.
Bring it into the Marvel panel.
Kim, what about you? What was a highlight for you?
Oh, you know what it is. I got to interview Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh, whose acting has been very important to me, who I cried over when she won the Academy Award. And I got to meet Hunter Schafer, and we're getting a new Blade Runner. Blade Runner! Yeah. Blade Runner, Blade Runner, Blade Runner, Blade Runner.
It's a harder chance. Too many syllables. It's a harder chance to start.
And what about you?
I'll tell you what really surprised me was the Matchbox, the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I had no idea what to expect from that, and that trailer looks like a blast. And John Cena and the rest of the cast were in here talking about it, and they all. It's one of those movies that like, oh, you guys had a lot of fun making this, didn't you?
Totally.
And the fact that it's Sam Hargrave, the extraction guy, who's everything's practical, like I'm weirdly excited. I would not have guessed. I'm excited for Matchbox the movie was what I was going to be saying here at the Hall H reaction.
That's probably not my favorite thing, but that did definitely surprise me quite a bit. The thing I love is that they really did seem to drill in. We get all these, these movies based on beloved IP. There's not really IP for Matchbox. It's not really like lore. There's not characters. The thrill of those little toy cars is throwing around little toy cars, and they decided to do that with real cars.
Right.
Like they broke the record for how many times you can flip a vehicle in a stunt, and then they drove a real 18-wheeler off a real bridge, which is like, I guess that is a live-action adaptation of what you do with Matchbox.
That's more of that, please.
Kind of brilliant.
Just figure out the spirit of a thing and double down on that, and that seems to be what they did. So
we're looking for more movies based around toy IP?
With zero story attached to it, yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually hearing right now that Eric Goldman has been swarmed by 30,000 Doom bots and will not be able to make it to the stage to give us the
Doom
vibe
bots
check.
got him.
So if you see 30,000 Doom bots over near Hall H, please go to the aid of Eric Goldman.
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Is he now a Doom bot? We don't know. We're waiting for word.
It takes a minute to get in or out or around Hall H. There's a lot of people.
True,
yes.
One of my probably the biggest thing that I was excited to see out of Comic-Con was the trailer for Neuromancer, which is one of my favorite books. I love William Gibson's books dearly. It is the prototypical cyberpunk novel, and the adaptations of this thing have been getting kicked around for like 40 years, and Apple TV is finally doing it, and it looks like they're not going to screw it up, and I'm very happy about that. And yeah, the other prototypical cyberpunk is, of course, Blade Runner, and we're getting Blade Runner 2099 and Neuromancer. So,
good year for cyberpunk. I will say about the Neuromancer thing, the Apple TV logo is starting to sneak up the charts like close to the A24 logo in terms of like I trust it. Like they have such a good batting average. They don't make as much stuff and they don't have as much viewership as some of the other streaming platforms. But the stuff that they do make is it bottoms out at pretty good.
I sure don't find out about those things when they're airing.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, my favorite phenomenon in current times is when someone tells you about a show that you've literally never heard of. You're like, where is it? And it's on a thing you subscribe to, and you're like, I just didn't know it was there.
That's the story of Pluribus and Widow's Bay at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
The algorithm didn't tell me about it.
You guys ever seen Patriot?
No.
No.
Exactly. It's an awesome show.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's like 2 seasons long. It's on Prime Video, and it's about like a secret agent who decides to like. He has like a breakdown and he starts like revealing secrets while he's playing folk songs at an open mic, but he also has to go undercover and work at a pipe factory. And who's the guy who plays Clarence Boddicker in RoboCop? Kurtwood Smith. Thank you, Calibro. Yeah, Kurtwood Smith's in it. He's amazing. It's an amazing show, and no one saw it. No one's seen this show. It's great. It's like Burn After Reading DLC.
Anyway.
And on that note.
Yeah, so this wraps up our Comic-Con coverage. This is another year in the book. The Hall H panel, we got some stuff to look forward to. It's cool. Thank you all for hanging out and doing this. This is a blast. This is one of the highlights of the year. We're all fried and exhausted. We did it. That's another San Diego Comic-Con in the books. It couldn't happen without the hard work about everybody working behind the scenes to make it happen, or without everyone who took the time to watch. So thank you for tuning in for all of our coverage. And be sure to join us next month. We're going to be in Cologne, Germany for live coverage of Gamescom. And of course, for everything comics, movies, shows, games, and everything in between. Keep it right here on IGN. We love you. Good night.
IGN's SDCC 2026 coverage is presented by Alienware.
For views like this, you gotta get out there. In a Ford Bronco. Enjoy open air freedom. In a Ford.
Be more alien with Alienware.
IGN Plus is where your adventure begins.
What are you selling?
Plus is the place to get unlimited access to all the tools you need to beat your games.
Here's what you need to know for bringing down Gloomspawn.
Plus, awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Plus, ad-free browsing on IGN.com. Plus, unlimited game help tools like premium interactive maps with your own custom map markers, filters, marker notes, and more.
This will come in handy.
Plus, access to sweepstakes, giveaways, and free game keys.
Wow! Exactly.
Want more? Head to IGN.com/plus and start your adventure today.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection to the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.